welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I would like to tell you more about what this video is all about in the next segment of this video. I wanted to film this part one more time because I wanted to clearly explain to you what led me into the part that you will see later on in this video or in the next segment of this video. I had 4 months ago, at the end of May, a severe bike accident, and people who know me know that I was a mountain bike racer. I raced internationally. If you watch my bike helmet video, I'm so glad I filmed that early in this year, because it is extremely important that we wear a helmet, right? Either if it's biking or skating, motorcycling, whatever it is, we must wear a helmet. It is really, really life-saving. And the reason why I know that for sure is because 20-something years ago overseas, when I was mountain bike racing and I was in another country, and there was a young guy, a young man who was racing, and he later, after I came back to the country, I got the news that he went training on his racing bike on the street, but he didn't wear his helmet, and then a car hit him and he flew over the car, and he was in coma for a week, and then later he died. And that was really horrible to hear, because he was really like full of energy. He was really like, I don't know, it was really crazy to me that 1 week ago you met this guy who was racing with you, like or in the team of the racing team, and you have a group picture together, and then 1 week later you hear that he has died. It's really crazy to me. And since then, it's like 20-something years ago, I was always a strong advocate for wearing a helmet, but it is more so important because I closely experienced this. But even more so, I experienced this here 4 months ago, when I had a severe bike accident. And people who know me know that I never got into a bike accident. I mean, I'm a professional biker. I never had an accident in any country, but also here in the US, I bike for 16 years now, and year over, because it's my only vehicle. So I bike year over, and especially in the Northeast, where it is super cold and there's all the snow, I really, it doesn't really matter to me, because I can bike in any condition. So I was passing by a construction, and as you know, there are so many constructions right now. It's really insane. So please make sure that your city is actually really protecting the bike path and the pedestrian paths, and if they don't, please make them aware. So my city is actually very, very careful and very amazing in that. But I was biking in another city, the neighboring city. I was passing by. It was really like a standard path that I was biking all the time for 15-16 years. So I was passing by this construction site. Actually, I was passing by on the street, and there was this construction next to the bike path. So together with the wind, that construction element, this fence, literally plastic fence, stuck into my bike handle, and I couldn't escape it, and I flew over my bike. And I landed, it was literally on the street, on an asphalt, and I flew over my bike and I landed on my left eye. Like, I am not kidding you. I landed on my left eye. I had my helmet on, I had my sunglasses on, my sunglasses were shattered, my helmet was intact, thankfully. But because I landed on my face, like on my eye, this part here popped open, and then I have all sorts of issues. I have fractured bones here on my hand, and I have fractured bone on my shoulder. And then I was in the hospital. I was in the ER for 4 days. This was sutured there, and then even after the ER stay, where both of my hands were like severely injured and both were literally in thick bandages, so and had a splint here. But then later on, the issues in my hand didn't go away, actually became worse, and I insisted to the hand surgeon that there are some more issues there. I had tingling, I had numbness, and then after I was able to guide the doctors and to look deeper into that, maybe with a CT, they actually were agreeing with me, and then they did a CT, and they find out, beside all of the x-rays were taken, they find out in the CT that I had a broken bone inside, which is a very uncommon bone to break, and which is often seen by athletes. So that bone has to be removed, and I had a hand surgery in June. It was removed, and the nerves were also released. So because of that, I have now a suture. I don't want to show it closely, but I have a suture from here to here, all the way down here. So it's actually, I've never had anything like this before. The therapies are still ongoing in both of my hands and my shoulder, and I was in an eye doctor. My eye vision has changed. I still have to go to different departments, neurology, orthopedics. So it's an ongoing process. It's very, very severe, actually, and all the pain, all the suffering, all the issues still ongoing. And guess what? I was in the middle of a house move. Like, I just couldn't believe it. You know, I had to do all of this with hands, like literally in bandages, and it was very, very tough. It is still tough. It's getting better, thankfully, but still, and it is really, you know, it was a horrible time period I never experienced ever before. And that leads me into my scream that I want to do towards humanity, because not only that, people really left me without saying, you know, without calling or just saying anything about, you know, feel better, or, you know, how you're doing, what have you been up to, or where have you been, or are you okay, or even, I mean, this is just crazy to me, and I don't understand what happened to the humanity, you know. It is really strange to me. Anybody who knows me know that, you know, I'm a private person, yes, but at the same time, when people ask for help, I'm always there. And people always ask for help, always ask me for help, always expect me to be there for them. But in the return, I don't get that. I don't get any calls. I mean, how is this even possible that nobody cares to open up the phone, and just ask, like, how have you been? Or what happened? I don't even want to have them ask, oh, do you need help? I don't care. I mean, I don't want you to ask, do you need help? At least ask, how have you been? Are you okay? Or I haven't heard from you a while. What happened? Or are you okay? Or feel better? I don't know. It is just really drives me crazy. Also, people here on YouTube as well. Like, we had a last video was all about telling, here I had a severe accident and I cannot be on the platform for quite some time. Like, even people seeing this didn't even care to even send a message and saying, wow, like, feel better soon, I'm sorry that happened to you, or whatever. Like, anything showing that you guys care. This drives me nuts, because I believe that the humanity is really suffering under people like this. I don't understand how people have become so narcissistic to always ask for things for themselves but never give anything back. Or giving back, yes, giving back, but at the same time, you don't have to give back. You can just give also. This brings me something that I also find extremely nuts, and that is, I had severe bandages. I had a splint here, I had a big bandages, on both hands, and I had a bandage here, and I had a mask and all that. So I was literally walking like a monster on the street, and because I also couldn't bike, and bicycle is my only vehicle, I had to walk for 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours a day to do things or get to my doctor's appointments, or I literally walked for 1 hour 10 minutes to my doctor's appointment one way, and then one way back, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So this is really crazy. And what is interesting is that when I was on location, which I wasn't familiar with, the streets, and when I asked people coming towards me, those are young people, and all of them had a cell phone in their hands. All of them. All. And when I asked for a location on this, where this whatever street was, they see that both of my hands, I can't use them. I look like literally someone just came out of a hospital. And they're like, oh, I don't know. And then they pass by. You're like, what? Do you have a damn cell phone in your hand? You could easily, in 2 seconds say, oh, I'm sorry, let me just look into my phone, let me just Google it, or whatever. Look into a map. I mean, you have your cell phone in your hand. There's no way you don't have internet on your cell phone, on your smartphone. Obviously you do have that, right? But I think that in that 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I encountered 5 people, 5 young people. And one was a little bit older, one was with a family. Not with a family, just with a kid. Just one man with a kid. The rest were like young people, like millennials. And the fifth, I was like, until here, it was like midst of the summer, I had a head, I had bandage here, bandage there, and here a splint, and I couldn't do anything. It is clear I walk like this, on the street. And then at the 5th person or the 6th person, I said, because I had it, I said to that person, I'm sorry, can you please look, if you don't mind? You know, I don't mean to hold you, but can you please look into your phone if you can? And they, oh yeah, I'm sure, yeah. And then they looked it up, and then it was like, oh, right there. I mean, I just don't, so people really are, one, narcissistic as hell. Two, they're just like brain fogged or something. Literally, you have to poke them for people to do something, especially the millennials or the younger generations. Now even more the elderlies too, or like I don't know, older than millennials, because this system, this society, or the social media, whatever, all of this is really causing a severe brain fog, coupled with a severe narcissism. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody asks, how have you been? How are you doing? Can I help? What happened? This is just crazy to me. Even after publishing that video saying that I had a severe accident, I can't be on the platform, blah, 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 nobody cared or dared to even comment on it and say, oh, feel better soon. You know, that's all I'm asking. I mean, I'm not asking for anything. It's already over. Like, I have done everything myself. It was hard, but I did it. And if you would say to me, oh, why didn't you ask for help? People who know me know that I am not big on asking for help. If I rarely ask for help, then it really means it is very, very a big deal. You know, it is a big deal that I'm asking for help. Or the scenario is really a big deal. And I did ask for help. I did ask for help. I was in the ER and I asked for a damn ride home. And the people, I mean, without going further into detail, is like I was only able to get one person, which I saved that person or deal with the person's health matters, like a big deal, and I literally helped this person in health matters. And I told that person, like, look, I have to get back into the hospital to remove the sutures. So can you please drive me there also next week? This person said, yeah, definitely. Whatever that person told other people who know me, that I had a slight accident or just like, not big deal or whatever, that people were just telling me, oh, I heard you had a small accident. Whatever that means. And when the week after came, I couldn't reach that person. I called 2 days in a row, couldn't reach the person. And the person knew that I needed a ride because I asked for help. I told that I need to get a ride for the suture removal. So even then, forget about all of this. Forget about that people literally left me hanging. Even for that, not even checking afterwards. I literally walked for 1 hour, 15 minutes to the doctor's appointment that day to have my suture removal done. I mean, 1 hour, 10 minutes one way, so imagine. And then today, until this date, it is now more than 4 months, I have not heard a damn word from these people who I helped with their health matters, which without me, it would have been impossible for them to get that health matters done, complete, or checked. This drives me crazy. Like, I cannot handle, in my mind, this severe narcissism and severe carelessness in this world by people. This is just crazy to me. I just wanted to share with you this to let you know what I can and cannot accept. And please know that in this channel, I won't accept anything like this. I have a lot of narcissism videos, and thank goodness I have done all of this. But what I would strongly suggest to you all is that watch those videos. Watch and learn about yourselves. Why are you so narcissistic? Or if you're not narcissistic, what narcissism looks like. Let me move to the next section where I talk about my channel and what I will do going forward. Yes, I will be publishing in English language. I will have several videos coming up. If you would like to, please join my membership. I will have videos for people like me who are empaths and who are also have other abilities, who are severely affected, are also highly sensitive individuals. So I will have many videos about that in my membership section. If you really are bothered like me, like rare people, like only 20-something% of people in this world, 20-25% of the entire population of this world are empaths and highly sensitive people. And also, you know, there's another section of it which is much more rare, and I am that type of people as well. So if you want to heal from the narcissism in this world, and if you want to protect yourself from people like this, and if you feel like you always attract narcissists, and if you attract always like these people who couldn't care less anything else but themselves, and if you feel really bothered by how the world is and how the society is, and the cruelty, the carelessness, then please join me and I will explain to you what empaths are. As an empath, I will explain to you what highly sensitive people are as a highly sensitive person, and also if you have other abilities, which I will also tell you more in that membership section, then please join me. I will be happy to have you. I will love it if you would join this channel. I am also publishing in other languages. I also publish videos about science, health, and please join our cancer nonprofits YouTube channel as well, where you will learn everything about cancer, and also we have a lot of health videos there. If you're interested, feel free to join that channel as well. And what I would also say here is that, again, I will try to post in different languages, and please, if you don't see your language, then please be patient, because please be sure that other languages will come soon, like after that, you know, if you don't see that language right away, because these videos take a lot of time and effort to publish, to produce, to publish, So please be patient with me. Again, my major work is in the field of cancer, so I do these videos to help people. So yeah, I hope you will join. I hope you think about these matters going forward. Think about yourself, how you go through life. Do you help others? Do you help animals? Do you help the planet? Do you help people in need? Do you help yourself? And if you feel like you're constantly surrounded by narcissistic people, people who really don't care about you, then the only thing you can do is to remove yourself from these people. That's what I do, and it works pretty well. It is sad, but that's the only way you can protect yourself. And you can only give your love and heart and your energy and efforts to people who deserve you and who deserve your energy, your efforts, and your love. And how can you protect yourselves truly? That I will explain in the membership videos, and please join me there, okay? So thank you so much. Happy to have you here. Take care of yourselves. I wish you much health. I wish me much health. I wish everybody good health, whoever needs it. And I think everybody in this world needs it, because mental health and physical health is extremely, extremely important. It is the only thing that matters in this world, in this life. Mental health and physical health. That's it. Nothing else matters, really. Nothing else matters. So take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.